So I just noticed that we've actually completed the fourth... Damn it! Whatever. I mean, it doesn't matter. It only matters for me.
Here we go.
Hello and welcome back to New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe. We completed what I thought was World 3, what IGN said was World 3, what Google said was World 3. It was World 4. Thanks for nothing. I've spent quite a bit of time saying IGN is relatively fine. Now I've completely changed my mind. IGN is the worst thing ever to exist in the history of anything ever. Ooh. Well, that's convenient. Oh, I should probably... Yeah. Oh, I don't... I'll take it. That does sound like an interesting topic for a video. Let's cover it. So, you probably know what IGN is, correct? It's the funny website where they do all the video game reviews. Well, did you know that IGN, not all of their reviews have particularly been brilliant. Shit. They've made a few reviews that have been, if not questionable, then a little... Nah, fuck. I'm very intelligent. Yeah. IGN's a funny company, because a lot of people kinda hate game review sites. And I don't really agree with that. For the simple reason that IGN ain't even really that bad. A lot of their reviews, especially the recent ones, are completely fine. But the issue with IGN is that, they made a few kind of, shitty reviews, like, many... Fuck. Oh my god, it's because of the Baby Yoshi. They made a few reviews that kinda sucked, like, many years ago. And because of that, you know, I'm gonna... Sorry, Yoshi, you're gonna be, you're gonna fucking drown. Maybe not, maybe not. Maybe you'll live. I can't. I'm sorry, the Yoshi is getting a little bit infuriating to use. If I could... Yeah, I'm sorry. Anyways, the issue you run into is that IGN itself is a remarkably, solid website. A lot of their reviews, while I may not particularly, even if I don't agree with them, I can kind of tell where they're coming from. And I think that's important, you know? You don't have to agree with a review, you just have to sort of understand what the person writing the review was thinking, you know? And I feel like with IGN, it's you know, I can agree with a lot of the stuff the reviewer said, even if I may disagree with his conclusion. You know, at least we agree on the points. It's not like one of those religious game review sites where they say that Atelier is a terrible game because it promotes witchcraft and has a cauldron. I am paraphrasing something from a real review I've seen. Anyways, that's sort of the issue, right? Because, I mean, obviously, when you compare... The most dog shit reviewer on YouTube is probably better than, like, those kinds of religious, you know, family review sites. But, yeah, okay, look. Even with that situation, there's still stuff to be said, right? But with IGN specifically, a lot of the time when people criticize their reviews, it's for reviews that have happened like a decade ago, and sometimes they weren't even wrong. The Alien Isolation review, for instance. I gave up on Alien Isolation a few hours in, and I wanted to see that IGN review, because I was like, wait a minute, the IGN guy didn't like it. Keep in mind, me, fan of classic Resident Evil, fan of, like, Silent Hill. So, I look it up. Okay, what problems did Mr. IGN have with the review? Well, he found that he basically found it more frustrating than fun, and he found the entire game kind of felt really stretched out for what it was. And you know what? I agree. Maybe he was a little harsh on the score. Maybe he wasn't, because it's really not the score which matters. What matters is the fucking, you know... What matters are the points made within the review, not whichever number was given out at the end. Anyways, so there's that. And then there's that one Pokemon review, the one where they said... Ooh, well, that's neat. The one where they said that, Hoenn, yes, Hoenn, had too much water. And you know what? You know what I think? I kind of agree. Of course, I have actually considered... I played Emerald as a kid. That was the first Pokemon game I played, and I have replayed it at least once. I think the second time I stopped right in front of the Elite Four. That one was the most fun run yet. However, if I ever do a Let's Play, I'm probably gonna play the 3DS remakes. By that time, by the time I get to it, there's probably gonna be fucking remake, you know? Like the Let's Go games. Who knows? But even so, I'm thinking of doing the remake purely because I don't... You know, I've already played the OG, so it'd be, like, kinda boring, for me, I guess, because I already know everything that happens, and playing through the remakes sounds like a fresher sort of experience. There's a star coin in there. No? Yes? Huh? Yes, I knew it. Wait a minute. There's a pipe. And, so there's that. And, I mean, that's the entire reason. It's not, particularly complicated. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I am a Pokemon fan. You know, fuck you. So it kinda, you know, is what it is. Okay. That was... I made the same noise as that guy in that one meme. Whatever. So the issue we run into, I feel, is I just kind of want to, you know, do that. But anyways, yeah, as I was gonna say, before I got distracted, the IGN reviewer was correct, because the argument wasn't just, and also like the other arguments, like the HMs being annoying, or like, but basically the argument that got shrunken down to just too much water was the fact that the Hoenn games have a poorly balanced, like, type matchup. I guess there are too many water Pokemon. For fuck's sake! I hate bloopers. There are basically too many water Pokemon. Do we have anything? I have a lot of stars. Fuck it, let's just head in. Like, there are too many water-type Pokemon, generally. And there is kind of maybe a, water area surplus, if you could call it that. But yeah, generally there are just so many water areas in the game that, it kind of starts to get on your nerves, at least a little bit. Okay, head down, head down. Wait, I'm missing a star coin. I bet you it was back there. Shit, get in. No, I know where it was. I'll have to head back for it later. Come on, yeah. Okay. Come on. Okay. Fuck. Fuck. Okay, we can... Yeah, we're missing one. I'll have to go back for it. I don't care. Maybe I die. If I die, I'm gonna go insane, but you know. It's sort of the... Like, the IGN guy wasn't wrong. It did actually have too much water. That review was fine. Then we have... What other reviews are there? Oh, yeah. This... I don't think this was the IGN review, but there was this one review of, not even review, sorry. There was the time Dean Takahashi played Cuphead, and Dean wasn't even a game reviewer. He was an industry insider, which would kind of be like if, how do I explain this in a way which makes sense? Okay, so imagine if someone was, like, asking Shigeru Miyamoto to make a game, he would probably, you know, deliberate and give you an answer. Oh, fuck's sake. Okay, we're not getting the middle one. I don't care, we're not getting the middle one then. Because I don't remember where it was. Great. But yeah, it'd be kind of like if somebody asked Miyamoto... Oh no, I remember, I'm stupid. It was that thing, I forgot. Anyways, yeah, it'd be kind of like if somebody came up to, not, like, in Nintendo, right? Where somebody would ask them, okay, well, do you have any new ideas for a video game? But instead of asking one of the quote-unquote ideas guys, they asked a random guy from marketing, or like a random programmer, you know? In a similar sort of sense, Dean Takahashi was just an industry insider. He wasn't a game reviewer. This was probably the first time in, like, a while that he played a platformer. And not only that, but he was talking with other humans while he was doing it. He wasn't there to play video games, you know? He was there to get the scoop. But, yeah. Sadly for Dean, the internet never forgets, and the internet also never remembers any context whatsoever. But yeah, it is kind of funny, to be fair. That's why they posted the footage, but yeah. And generally, like, what other egregious examples are there? There's the time... There's that god-awful God Hand review, you know, gotta give them that. That was a bad review. Then there's... What was there? Oh, yeah. Then there was, like, the time GameSpot gave a bad review to, Kane and Lynch 2? And then one of the people who made the review got fired. Yeah, that was actually awful. Not as awful as this fucking blooper. Jesus. Get in. Okay, good. But yeah, like, that is something to... I think people should talk about that a lot more than, you know, the random modern stuff. And in the modern times, it's like... They gave Dragon Age Veilguard a high review? For those who don't know, in the actual Dragon Age community, that game changed a decent chunk of the Dragon Age formula. Some people didn't like it. However, then, the internet, like, political crusaders latched into the game as, like, woke propaganda. And, ever since, you can't discuss the game on the internet. Not like I'd care. I've never been a Dragon Age fan, but I do feel bad for the actual fans of the series who now can't discuss their favorite series or one of the controversial games within their favorite series because of that. But yeah, it's like, why would I trust IGN? They gave Dragon Age the Veilguard a bad review. Sorry, a good review. And it's like, come on, man. Oh, there's that? Then there's also, oh, I see. Well, what other examples are there even? Oh, yeah. They gave Concord a mediocre review instead of, like, a 0 out of 10. For those who don't know the Concord story, because it was kind of stuck in the culture war before it became a laughingstock for being the first, like, AAA game to, like, properly implode. There was nothing fundamentally that wrong with Concord. This is something which I feel people forget. The issue is not that there was... Shit. Concord's big issue is that there was nothing wrong with it, but there was nothing right with it. You know, if that makes sense. The game was painfully uninteresting and dull. That is Concord's entire legacy. It wasn't a bad game. Ooh, red pipe. You know, it wasn't a bad game. It was just painfully mediocre. And also it was a $40, like, premiumly priced clone of Overwatch, and Overwatch was free. Overwatch 2, that is, you know? And, that's why it kind of failed. And then you have High Guard, which is, sort of better. Like, it was free, and there were actually... Like, there were things to talk about. I've heard, like, people talk about how, oh yeah, fuck. Once, like, you know, there are enough players, the gameplay loop ain't even half bad. It's pretty interesting, and, like, a lot of the mechanics, they aren't half bad, and then, you know, it's, snap back to reality. I'm dead.
Oh, no.
You know, snap back to reality, the game's dead because, again, people didn't really care. And now Marathon came out, and Marathon has a decent chunk of players. And the game seems to be good, which is always exciting. And, now there's the whole... Now some people are having a bit of a meltdown because it can't be good. So now you have people who are... The kinds of people who will make you reflexively defend a game just because they're hating on it is getting so absolutely insufferable, which may be a me thing, may be a little bit childish, but it is what it is. Okay. But yeah, like, that's sort of the issue, right? But yeah, generally speaking, oh, there's surely it's somewhere here. Huh? No. Over here? Nah. Ah, whatever then. It's annoying, but it's fine. It's that thing where you can only care so much about so much stuff, and I prefer not to dabble in a lot of the, like, gaming politic debates just because it's fucking worthless. It's not like you're actually, you know, it's not like you're actually gonna change anybody's mind. The people, especially like the big YouTubers who are in the thing, right? They do not genuinely believe, for fuck's sake. They don't, at least the vast majority of them, doesn't believe anything they're saying. Let's make that clear immediately. Right? Like, you have these guys who are just saying shit because it's popular. And because they're just saying shit that's popular, their fans are going to be, like, the kinds who are not going to, you know, maybe not the most well-adjusted people, shall we say, who won't understand that it's all, like... Shit! Happened again. Like, they won't understand it's all, money grift, you know? Oh, for fuck's sake. I should probably concentrate a little bit harder on the game. Anyways, yeah, like, that's sort of the issue, right? Where people will do that and then, fuck it. So you can't change the minds of, the people who are actually drifting. Oh my. Good thing I found that. You won't change the minds of the actual, like, drifters, because their minds have already been made, and the only thing in their minds is, like, a $sign, right? But you also can't change the mind of the viewers because they're, like, unhinged enough to actually take that shit seriously. Like, by take that shit seriously, I mean, like, genuinely believe in the movement, TM, you know, for fuck's sake. To a degree where you're not going to be able to ever change their mind either. And it's the sort of cycle where the only winning move is not to play. And I mean, you can play, but it's to your own mental detriment. And I'm aware, like, it's not exactly the greatest... There we go, fuck it. It's not exactly the most riveting information, not exactly the craziest thing you've ever heard, but it is true. Anyways, yeah, let's save. Fuck! I hit the wrong key! Well, that's gonna be annoying. How many levels are left? 1, 2, 3, 4. We've done 1, 2, and the castle. Yeah, we'll do the next level. Fuck it. Do I want to equip my last one? Well, we'll keep it for now. Haunted Shipwreck. Oh, shit. But yeah, like, generally speaking, it's also, there's something which I like to call the politic rot. No matter how, like, no matter what kind of person you yourself are, there's one thing that's for certain. Ah, shit. They're laughing at my incompetence. If you ever try to discuss anything even, like, vaguely political on the internet, especially if it's even vaguely progressive, you're gonna basically be branded as that to a degree where I feel like it pushes... I mean, obviously, I don't give a shit. Like, I'm clearly obviously conscious. But, like, oftentimes, you're gonna run into a situation where, like, there are people who genuinely try to sort of not weed out the chuds in their audience because they're afraid that, oh, they'll forever be branded this or that. Doesn't fucking matter. Like, seriously. If you want a pro tip... fuck. I thought I could jump on that. If you want a pro tip, the kinds of people who are gonna be, like, who are gonna get mad at you for saying something like, you know, I don't hate insert group here, they're probably not the kinds of people who you want to have as your fans. Because the issue is, right, while obviously you aren't technically responsible for your fans as a... Oh, you gotta be shitting me! As a creator, you still kind of are. Nope. Like, you aren't responsible in a way where you won't go to prison if they kill someone. But, like, you still have to sort of ensure that your fans... Oh, shit. Yeah, I'll get the fucking suit. I don't care. You still have to make sure that your fans aren't being insane or whatever, right? You don't want to be known as the guy with the, like, fan base of serial harassers. And a really good way to stop that from happening is to ensure that you don't have, like, an audience of chuds. And there are negatives to that, like, if you become a failed YouTuber, you can't really be... Like, you can't... If you become a failed YouTuber, you can't grift to lefties at all. Because, I don't know, maybe there's slightly more intelligence in that direction. But, like, you know, shit. you can't exactly do that, so that's why some people decide to remain apolitical, quote-unquote, until it's time to, until, like, you know, the views drop. I meme about it, but I've seen it happen. There are people who had, like, careers as, like, you know, Nintendo this, Nintendo that, or like, hey guys, I'm Mr. Gamer, you know, generic gamer name, and then it's like, oh, oops, my Nintendo videos aren't paying the bills anymore, time to become a chud. And that's how it goes for some people. It's sad, genuinely. But what are you gonna do about it? Clearly not much. Clearly I haven't. I'm thankfully immune to that stuff because I don't know. I have a bit of self-respect. What can I say? But yeah, like, you would be shocked. Shit. You would be shocked how many people have no self-respect for themselves and how many people genuinely will do that. Over here. A bit more. A little bit more. There we go. It's sad. And the thing is, this is the sort of frustrating thing. Like, it's kind of, there's this one funny phrase, I forget who coined it. It's like, politics is dumb but very important. And the thing is, like, a decade ago or whatever, oh, we're gonna get hit again. A decade ago? How is that not death? A decade ago, you could have easily, like, done YouTube completely avoiding all sorts of politics. But these days, you really can't. And that's not a bad thing by any means. But, it's, like, by bad in any means, I mean in the sense that you actually have to take a stand for some stuff, right? The issue is, because you have to take a stand for some stuff, it means that sometimes, you know, shit happens that I feel previously wouldn't happen. If I were, like, more YouTube-brained and less, this is a hobby, raw, I don't have anything bad to say, so I may as well, you know, I don't have anything that I would have to hide in terms of like, oh, my views. No, I just be normal. And so just like, theoretically the best thing would be to be just generally sort of like vaguely progressive and to like throw hateful people out of your audience. Like, that'd be the meta. However, you know, it depends on the kind of person you are. And, in times of war and death, I feel like, you know, you start feeling a little bit more justified in complaining. Ah, there's a secret exit. I wonder where it leads. But yeah, it all depends. Oh yeah, that's a... shit. That's a great background. Almost. Hey! We unlocked something. Thanks a million for your help. Take this. Ah, it's not even. It's not even a .39 door stopper. Sorry, door knocker. Come on, game. So I'll see you next time. Within the Mario. See you then. Goodbye.